Welcome to Tungal Online Classes. In previous video, we had discussed the concept of dot product and cross product and its properties. So today, we are going to start the new topic that is work done. So that is work done. So the work done means it is a product of force and displacement. The simple definition for the work done is it is a product of force and displacement. Okay, see here, the work done, it is defined as defined as the product of force or component of force in the direction of displacement, and the magnitude of the displacement. So this is the definition of a work done. So it is defined as the product of force or the component of force in the direction of a displacement and the magnitude of the displacement. So this is called as work done. So this is called as work done. Okay. Another definition for the work done is it is a product of force and displacement. Both are correct. Okay. See here. In this case, we are consider this is a horizontal surface. We are placed a block of mass m. On a horizontal surface. So in this case, we are applying some amount of force in this direction. The inclined force is acting on this body and it makes an angle theta with respect to horizontal direction. So then this force can be resolved into two components. One is a horizontal component and one more is a vertical component. Here this is a horizontal component, its value is that is F cos theta, and this is a vertical component, that is F sin theta. So here, due to this horizontal component force, that body displaces through certain distance. So let us assume that that distance is S. Right? Okay, see here. In this case, we are consider a body of mass m. It is placed on a horizontal surface, right? Afterwards, a force acting on this body and it makes an angle theta with respect to the horizontal direction. So then, here force is a vector quantity. It can be resolved into two components. One is a horizontal component and one more is a vertical component. So here this force makes an angle theta with respect to this axis means. So this is our horizontal component. Its value is F cos theta and this value is F sin theta. So in this case, due to this force that body displaces from this position to this position. It covers a distance that is S. So then we are going to find out the work done. So work done, that is equal to, here what is the force here? There is a force is F cos theta. Due to that force only that body is moving along the horizontal direction, that is F cos theta into displacement. From this point to this point, the displacement is that is S. Okay, see here. Then W is equal to F cos theta into displacement. So from the definition of a dot product, so already we know that the dot product of any two vector, for example A vector dot B vector, that is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. So from this definition, we can write this work done as a work done is equal to, that is F vector dot displacement vector. Its value is F cos theta into displacement. So then the work done is a dot product. Okay, see here the next one. So already we know that the properties of a dot product, the dot product of any two vector gives a scalar quantity. So then work done is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Okay. The second point, then what is the SI unit of work done? SI unit of work done is SI unit of work done, that is joule. SI unit of work done, that is joule. It is denoted by capital J. The next one, CGS unit. CGS unit of work done. CGS unit of work done is, that is erg. CGS unit of work done is erg. So then next one, dimension formula. Dimension formula of work done is, so already we know that the dimension formula of force, that is m l t to the power is minus 2, and the displacement is, that is L. So then the dimension formula for work done is, that is m L into L is L square, m L square t to the power is minus 2. The dimension formula of work done, the dimension formula of work done, that is m L square t to the power is minus 2. M L square t to the power is minus 2. Okay. The next one, nature of work done. Nature of work done. Okay. So here the work done, it may be positive, it may be negative, and it may be 0. Next one is the nature of a work done. So nature of a work done is first is positive, negative and 0. When the work done is positive, and when the work done is negative, and when the work done is 0. Okay, see here the first one is positive work done. The first one is a positive work done. Okay, so in this case the body displaces in the direction of a applied force. So then we say that the work done is positive. For example, consider this body is placed on a horizontal surface. We are applying some external force on this body in this direction, and the displacement of the body is also in the same direction. So then we say that the work done is positive. Okay, see here. So consider a block, it is placed on a horizontal surface. So here we are applying the force on this body in this direction. The body displaces in this direction. Right? See here, this is the direction of a displacement and this is the direction of a applied force. So both are parallel. If the force is parallel to the displacement, force is parallel to the displacement, so then we say that the work done is a positive. When the work done is a positive. Or when the body is displaces in the direction of a applied force, so then we say that the work done is positive. Okay, let's see the example. So consider this is a horizontal surface. We are placed a body on a horizontal surface. So in this case, a person is lifting this body in upward direction. A person is lifting this body in upward direction. So then the work done by the external force or the work done by the upward force, that is positive, because in this case the force is acting in upward direction, the displacement is also in upward direction, both are parallel. So then this work done is said to be a positive. Second example, consider a body, it is freely fall from a certain height, right? So in this case, the work done by the gravity on this body, that is positive, because in this case that object is moving in the downward direction and the direction of acceleration due to gravity is also towards the center of the earth. Both are parallel, so then the work done by the gravity, so that is positive. And the next example, consider a spring. Consider a spring. The one end of the spring is rigidly fixed, the another end free. So here we are going to apply some external force on the another end of the spring. In that case, the length of the spring is increases in the direction of a applied force, right? So here the length of the spring is increases in the direction of applied force, means the work done by the external force on the spring, so that is positive. The work done by the external force on the spring is positive. So these are the example for positive work done, right? So then what is the condition for the positive work done? Force is parallel to the displacement. Force is parallel to the displacement. In this case, the theta value is, if theta is greater than 0 and less than 90, so then work done is positive, right? Okay. The next one, negative work done. Negative work done. Negative work done. When the work done is negative. Okay. See, in this case, the force and displacement both are opposite. If the force and displacement both are opposite means, so then we say that work done is a negative. That work done is a negative. So here, when we are applying the force on the body, the displacement of the body in opposite direction to the applied force, so then we say that the work done is negative. Okay, see here, consider this is a horizontal surface. A block is placed on a horizontal surface. The mass of this block is somewhat m. If the block is moving along in this direction with some velocity, that is v, right? Okay, see here we are consider a block of mass m. Initially that is rest. Afterwards we are exerting force on this block. This block starts moving in this direction with some velocity, that is v, and it covers some distance, that is s, right? Okay, see here. Then the friction force, it is acting between these two surfaces in this direction. So the kinetic friction, it is acting in this direction. Okay, then the work done by the friction force on this block is negative. The work done by this friction force on the block is negative, because in this case the displacement of the body is in this direction and the friction force acting on the body is in this direction. So both are opposite. Both are opposite means in that case the work done is said to be a negative. The work done is said to be a negative. Okay, see the example here. The first example is, if a block is placed on a horizontal surface, the work done by the friction force on the block is negative. Okay, the next one. So consider this is a body. It is placed on the surface of the earth. So here we are displaced this body to a certain height, right? So in this case, the work done by the gravity, so that is negative, because the direction of acceleration due to gravity, it is always towards the center of the earth. But in this case, the body displaces in upward direction, then the gravity is acting downward direction. So then work done by the gravity on this body is, that is negative. Next one is zero work done, when the work done is zero, right? Okay, if force and displacement both are perpendicular each other, or the angle between force and displacement is 90 degree, so then the work done is said to be a zero. Then we say that the work done is zero. Okay, see here the example. Consider a person. Consider this X person is carrying some load on his head. He is carrying some load on his head and he is moving along the horizontal direction. So then the work done by the gravity, on this body is zero, because so in this case this person carrying this load along the horizontal direction. So this is the direction of the displacement here, and the gravitational force, it is acting in the downward direction. So then the work done by the gravity on this body, so that is zero, because the angle between the force and the displacement is 90 degree. The angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree. So then work done is said to be a zero. And one more example. If consider a body, it is moving in a circular path. Consider a body, it is moving in a circular path, and this is the center of the circle. And here the centripetal force, it is acting towards the center of the earth. So in this case, the work done by the centripetal force on the body, it is zero, because here the centripetal force acting towards the center of the circle, and this is the displacement of the particle, this is the direction of the displacement of the particle, and here the angle between these two is 90 degree. So then work done is zero, right? If the body or if the object is following the circular path, then work done by the centripetal force, that is zero. Work done by the centripetal force, that is zero. Next one, if the body is following the circular path, then work done by the tension, that is also 0 because the direction of a tension in this direction and this is the direction of a displacement. The angle between the tension and the displacement, that is 90 degree. So then work done in this case is also 0. So this is about the work done. Okay, first of all, what do you mean by the work? So work done means it is a product of force or the component of force. It is a product of force or the component of force in the direction of a displacement and the magnitude of a displacement, that is known as the work done, right? Okay, see in this case the work done is equal to, that is F cos theta into displacement, right? Already we know that the definition of a dot product. With the help of that one we will write, that is W is equal to F vector dot S vector. So already we know that the properties of a dot product. So the dot product of any two vector gives the scalar quantity. Here the force is a vector quantity, displacement is also vector quantity. Then the dot product of these two quantity, that gives a scalar quantity. So then work done is a scalar quantity. Work done is a scalar quantity. So after that, the SI unit of work done is joule. The SI unit of work done is joule, and the CGS unit of work done is erg. The next one, dimension formula of work done is, that is ml square to the power is -2. So after that, the nature of work done, the first one is a positive work done, second one negative work done, and the third one is a zero work done. So positive work done means the force is parallel to the displacement, so then the work done is positive, right? And the next one, negative work done, if the force is anti-parallel to the displacement or force and displacement both are in opposite direction, so then we say that the work done is negative. So for example, when we are applying some force on the body, that body displaces in the direction of opposite to the direction of applied force, so then it is said to be a negative work done. And the next one is zero work done. So in this case, the force and displacement both are perpendicular each other, or the angle between force and displacement is 90 degree, then the work done is said to be a 0. Next, see the definition of 1 joule here. What is the definition of a 1 joule? The work done is said to be a 1 joule when 1 Newton force displaces the body through a distance of 1 meter. So that is the definition of a 1 joule. Okay, see here, 1 joule definition. Work done is said to be 1 joule when 1 Newton force displaces the body through a distance of 1 meter. Through a distance of 1 meter. So that is the definition of 1 joule. Similarly, the definition of 1 erg, right? Okay, see here, work done is said to be 1 erg when 1 dyne force displaces the body through a distance of 1 centimeter. So this is the definition of a 1 erg. What is the definition of 1 erg here? Work done is said to be 1 erg when 1 dyne force displaces the body through a distance of 1 centimeter. So this is the definition of a 1 joule, and this is the definition of a 1 erg. Okay, see here. Then the gravitational unit to measure the work done. gravitational unit to measure the work done. Okay, see here. So that is the first in SI system, the gravitational unit is kg meter. That is kg meter, and one more is Celsius. In Celsius system, the gravitational unit to measure the work done is gram centimeter. Gram centimeter. Okay, see here. Here the SI system work done is kg meter. In a gravitational unit, the SI unit is kg meter and CGS unit is gram centimeter. So then how can we define this kg meter? It is also very simple. The kg meter means work done is said to be kg meter when 1 kg weight of force displaces the body through a distance of 1 meter. So that is the definition of a 1 kg meter. Okay, see here. Work done is said to be 1 kg meter, 1 kg meter when 1 kg weight, 1 kg weight force displaces the body through a distance of 1 meter. Through a distance of 1 meter. So that is the definition of a kg meter. Okay, see here. What is the definition of a kg meter here? Work done is said to be 1 kg meter when 1 kg weight of a force displaces the body through a distance of 1 meter. So that is known as the kg meter. Similarly, the definition of a gram centimeter. Okay, see here. The gram centimeter definition is work done is said to be 1 gram centimeter when 1 gram weight force displaces the body through a distance of 1 centimeter. So that is the definition of a gram centimeter. So what is the definition of a gram centimeter here? That is work done is said to be a gram centimeter when 1 gram weight force displaces the body through a distance of 1 centimeter. So these are the definition of a 1 joule, 1 erg and 1 kg meter, gram centimeter. The next concept is work done by variable force. The next concept is work done by the variable force. So variable force means that force is changes with respect to some other physical quantity, right? So that is known as the variable force. Okay, so here in this case we are consider this a horizontal surface, a body of mass is m is placed on a horizontal surface. If a variable force is acting on the system, if the variable force is acting on this block, that block is displaced through some distance, that is s, right? Okay, see here. In this case, we are going to consider a block of mass m. It is placed on a horizontal surface. A variable force acting on this body, that body displaces through a certain distance, that is s. Okay, in this case we are going to draw a graph versus force versus displacement. So here we are taken force along the y-axis and the displacement it is along the x-axis, right? Okay, see here. So due to the variable force, the position of the block it changes. So here we are consider this is the initial position and this is the final position of the block. Okay, see here. If you draw the graph versus force versus displacement, that graph like this, the graph may be like this. So in this case, this indicates that this is the initial position of the block and this is the final position of the block, right? Here we are going to find out what is the work done by the variable force on this body. So already we know that to calculate the work done, the force must be a constant. But in this case, that force is variable. For that one, we are going to divide this entire graph into very small strips. For example, here we are dividing this graph into very small strip or very small part in a such a way that the force between these 2 points, it is approximately constant, right? Okay, so here in this case we are dividing this entire graph into very small strip in a such a way that the force between these 2 points is approximately constant. Okay, so here in this case we are going to find out what is the area under this graph. For example, this point is A and this point is B, this point is C and this point is D. Okay, see here the area under this graph, area under force and displacement graph, the area under force and displacement graph. Okay, see here, so this is look like a rectangle here, the area of a rectangle, so that is ABCD. So already we know that to find out the area of a rectangle we are using the formula length into breadth. Here the length is, that is AC, breadth is AB. So then AC into AB. So here AC is nothing but that is a force, right? So AC is a force and here AB is a very small displacement, let us assume this is a dx. So then this is a dx. So this is a small work done to displace the body through very small distance, through a very small displacement, that is a dx. So that is dw is equal to force into dx, right? Okay. So similarly again we are dividing this graph into very small strip, right? So for example, this is the first strip, second, third, fourth, so on up to nth strip, So if you want to find out what is the total work done by the body to displace the body from initial position to final position, in that case we are adding the work done, right? For example, this is dw1, this is dw2, dw3, dw4, so on. This is dw suffix n, right? Total work done by the variable force. In that case, we are adding all the small work done, right? So here this is dw1, dw2, dw3, so on. This is dw suffix n. So in this case, we are going to add all the small work done. So instead of that one, we are using the integration. Okay, see here, that is in W is equal to, W indicates that the total work done, that is equal to integration of small work done, from its initial position, that is initial position to the final position, this is equal to, so this is equal to integration of x initial to the x final. Here dw value is, that is force into displacement, that is F into ds. So this formula we are used to find out the total work done in variable force. So that is W is equal to integration of initial position to the final position into force into small displacement. So then what is the meaning of this one? So the meaning of this one is it adding the all the small work done from the initial position to the final position, So then the work done by the variable force, that expression is W is equal to integration of initial position to the final position into force into small displacement. The problem here, a constant force of 3.5 Newton accelerate a stationary body of mass 20 kg through a displacement of 3.5 meter. Find the work done by the force, right? See here in this problem they are given the value of a force is given, that force is equal to 3.5 Newton. This is a constant force, and the mass of the body is also given, that is 20 kg through a displacement of 3.5. So the displacement S is equal to, that is 3.5 meter. Then find the work done by the force. Find the work done by the force. Okay, see here, already we know that the formula to calculate the work done is, that is force into displacement. Force into displacement. Here the force value is, that is 3.5 and the displacement is 3.5. So then 12.25 Newton. Okay, see here. So in this problem they are given a constant force of 3.5 Newton, accelerate a stationary body of mass is 20 kg through a displacement of 3.5 meter, find the work done by the force. Here force is 3.5, mass is 20 kg and displacement is 3.5. So already we know that the formula is work done means it is the product of force and displacement. W is equal to F into S. Here force value is 3.5 and the displacement is also 3.5, that is equal to 12.25 Newton. See the problem here. A force of 5 Newton acts on a body such that the direction of the force with the horizontal is 60 degree. If the body moves horizontally through a distance of 2 meter, find the work done. Find the work done. Okay, see here. The first item, the given terms here, that is force is 5 Newton. Force is 5 Newton. Next, acts on a body such that the direction of a force with a horizontal is 60 degree. Here they are given theta is equal to 60 degree and it makes an angle theta along the horizontal direction. If the body moves horizontally through a distance of 2 meter, here S is equal to, that is 2 meter. So consider this is a body of mass is not given. Okay, let us assume that is M. So here the force, 5 Newton force acting on the body, the 5 Newton force acting on the body such that the direction of a force with the horizontal is 60 degree. So this is a horizontal direction and this becomes a 60 degree. So then the horizontal component of a force is, that is F cos theta. So due to this force that body displaces. Okay. So here we are going to find out the work done. So then work done is equal to F cos theta into displacement, that is S, right. Okay, see here the F value is, that is 5 Newton. Next cos of 60 into displacement is 2 meter. So then what is the value of a cos 60 here? The cos 60 value is, that is 1 by 2. The cos 60 value is 1 by 2. So then work done is equal to 5 into 1 by 2 into 2 meter. Here 2 get cancelled. Then work done that is equal to 5 joule. The work done is equal to, that is 5 joule. Okay, see here in this problem they are given a force of 5 Newton acts on a body such that the direction of a force with a horizontal is 60 degree. If the body moves with a horizontally through a distance of 2 meter, find the work done. Here they are given force is 5 Newton, theta is 60 degree along the horizontal direction and the displacement is 2 meter. Then the formula to calculate the work done is equal to F cos theta into displacement. Here F value is 5, cos 60 into 2 meter, cos 60 value is 1 by 2 get cancelled. Then work done is, that is 5 joule. Problem here, a body moving along the x-axis of a coordinate system is subjected to a constant force F is given by 2I plus J plus 4K, right. So the force is 2I plus J plus 4K Newton. So this is a force. What is the work done by this force in moving the body through a distance of 4 meter along the x-axis? Okay, see here in this case they are given, the force is given, what is the force value here? That is force factor, that is equal to 2I plus J plus 4K. Okay, see here in this case I cap, J cap, K cap indicates that this is a unit vector. It specifies the direction, it is along the x-axis, it is along the y-axis and it is along the z-axis. Okay, see here. So in this case they are given moving body through a distance of 4 meter along x-axis. So then the displacement is, that is 4 meter along x-axis. So along x-axis means that is I cap. Okay, see here. So this is along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. X, Y, Z. Here I cap indicates that along the x direction, J cap indicates that along the y direction and K cap indicates that along the z direction. But in this case the distance of 4 meter along the x axis means that the displacement is, that is 4 I cap. 4 I cap. So then work done means work done is equal to force vector dot displacement vector, because in this case they are given both are in vector form. Then F vector dot S vector, here F vector value is that is 2I cap j cap plus 4k cap dot, here this value is that is 4I cap. Okay, see here. So is equal to 2I plus j plus 4k dot 4I. So already we know the properties of the dot product. I dot I value is 1, I dot j value is 0, I dot k value is 0. So then, so multiply this one, 4 into 2, that is 8, I dot I dot I value is that is 1. So the work done is 8 joules. Work done is that is 8 joules. So in this case they are given the force is in vector form, the displacement is also vector form. So here we are use the formula that is work is equal to the dot product of force and displacement. We are substituting the force value and this is a displacement value. So here 2 into 4 is 8, I dot I is equal to 1. So this is equal to 8 joules. So after that here I dot j is equal to 0 and I dot k is equal to 0. So then the result of this formula is that is 8 joules. Okay, see the next problem here. A particle moves from the position R1 is given 3I plus 2j minus 6k meter to a position R2 14I plus 13j plus 9k meter under the action of a force 4I cap plus j cap minus 3k cap Newton. Calculate the work done. Okay, see here, in this case they are given the position R1 is given, R1 vector, that value is that is 3I plus 2j minus 6k, right, and R2 value is given, that is R2 is equal to 14I plus 13j plus 9k, and the next one force is given, the force is that is 4I plus j minus 3k, right. So here we are going to find out the work done. W is equal to question mark. So in this case they are given force is given but the displacement is not given, but they are given the position is given, this initial position and this is the final position. First we are going to find out the displacement. So displacement that is equal to final position minus initial position, that is R2 vector minus R1 vector or R2 minus R1. This is equal to, what is the R2 value here? Substitute. So R2 value is that is 14 I cap plus 13 j cap plus 9k cap minus R1 is 3I plus 2j minus 6k minus 6. This is a final position minus initial position. This is a final position value minus initial position value. Okay, see here, then S vector that is equal to, that is 14I minus 3I. So this is equal to 11I. This is equal to 11I. So after that plus 13j minus into plus, it becomes minus 13 minus 2, because multiply this minus and here minus into plus, that becomes minus here 13j minus 2j. So this is equal to plus 11j. Next plus 9k minus into minus, that becomes plus, then 9 plus 6, that is 15k, that is 15k. So this is the displacement. So this is the displacement. So then work done is equal to force dot displacement. Here force value is given, so that is 4I plus j minus 3k into displacement is, that is 11I plus 11j plus 15k plus 15k. Okay, see here, this is equal to 4 into 11, that is 44 I dot I plus 11 into 1 11 j dot j plus into minus minus into 15 3 into 15, so that is 45 k dot k. I dot I value is 1, j dot j value is 1, k dot k value is 1. So this is 44 plus 11 minus 45. So this is equal to 10 joules, right? So this is the work done, that is equal to 10 joules. So in this problem they are given the initial position of the body is given and the final position of the body is given and the force is given. First we are going to find out the displacement. So displacement is nothing but final position minus initial position, that is r2 minus r1. So this is a displacement value and they are given the force value. So then W is equal to F dot S. So simplify this one, we will get the final answer is 10 joules. Thank you.